Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to be showing you my favorite mask of all time. Let's get into it. Alright, so my goal isn't to bore you to death, so I'm going to unveil the mask now. So what you're looking at right now is the CFX Nothing to Gain mask. So a little backstory on this mask. CFX actually held a competition for fans to send in concepts, and one lucky person's mask concept was going to be turned into a physical product and sold on the website. So the concept that ended up winning in the end was, I believe, to be a Pretty Woman Leatherface rendition by Heath Tillier. I will be putting a picture of the concept on the screen so you guys can see what it looked like before they actually turned it into a physical product. So back then I was maybe 8 or 9 years old. I did have a family friend that ran a haunted house, which is actually still going on to this day, but even since then, all of his actors have worn CFX masks. After finding out what a CFX mask was, I was absolutely obsessed. I scrolled through CFX's website maybe every single page, just looking at all the cool stuff, all the masks, all the props, everything. I was super obsessed with their Belial mask, their Orlok the Undead, and even the Dollface mask. But as some time went, I noticed the Nothing to Gain mask pop up on the website, and I was actually genuinely amazed by it. And I was like, I would hope that one day I get to own this mask. But again, I was only 8 or 9 years old, so I was like, it's probably not going to happen right now, because I already kind of got the idea that the masks themselves were already really expensive to begin with, and to add a hair, it definitely adds a lot to the cost. Then after a little bit of time, the mask disappeared from the website. The only thing that was left was another variant of the mask, which was just the hood and it didn't have the laces. The skin was just stretched over the head. With that happening, I had no hope that I'd ever get my hands on this mask, and I was very, very bummed. But we fast forward to 2021, where of course I have more of a budget for masks and collectibles, and CFX announced a vault event. In the description of the post, they said they were going to be able to produce any of their old masks, including some of the first generations of their own original characters. Of course, the moment I found out this was a thing, I went straight to their website, opened the vault tab, and right there was the Nothing to Gain mask. I was literally mind blown seeing that mask on the website after so many years. But one thing that I did notice is that there was no option to just buy it. You had to send an email for a quote, so of course I did that. I am not sponsored, maybe one day, but CFX's customer service is absolutely amazing. They're there with you every step of the way, will send you progress pictures, and will not let that mask leave their company's building unless it's exactly how you want it. They were super nice, super cool, and super helpful. Through the probably 1,000 questions I asked them, they left nothing out and were super helpful all the way through. So shout out CFX and their amazing customer service. But of course you guys came here to see the mask and not to hear me talk for a billion years. So we're going to get on to actually talking about the details in the mask. Of course mine has the full hair treatment, and as much as it can add to the cost, the quality of the synthetic hair and the attention to detail is worth every penny. So my mask does have the full head of blonde hair in the back. Most of it is punched. I believe there's a section in the middle that is a wig that might be stitched in or glued on in some way, but it's held up very, very well. I did also decide to get the tufts of hair coming out of the eye holes in the top of the mask, because I feel like it really adds to the gruesomeness of this mask. And finally, I added some eyebrows to give it that final touch of realism. I did also request a Joker style lipstick on the mouth, as I believe it makes it look a lot more menacing. The paintwork on these masks are Hollywood level, and you'll definitely be able to tell when you get to hold one in your own hands. One thing that I really like is how the skin tones contrast. You can see he looks of course a lot more alive, and the actual skin from the skinned woman that he's wearing is of course looking a lot more dead. Wow, that description I just made sound like a first grader wrote it. But we're just gonna move along. One of the other details that really stands out to me is on the back side of the mask. There is a skin separating with laces holding it together just as it is on the front side of the mask, and I think that's just absolutely gory and looks amazing. So pricing for this mask I believe starts at $675 with no hair on it. I did of course get the hair in the back, on the top, and even the eyebrows, and that added another $600 to $700, but the attention to detail is absolutely insane, and these masks are made to last upwards of 20 years if well taken care of. They're most probably going to bury me with this thing. So just in case you guys don't know, these masks are actually made of silicone, so they move with your face and your facial expressions. You can open your mouth, turn your head, and even raise your eyebrows for movement. So I'm going to show you an example of that right now. So there it is, the CFX Nothing to Gain mask. It is a dream come true to own this thing, and honestly, the day that this one starts falling apart, I will not hesitate to buy another, whether it's secondhand or directly from CFX. So just a warning to those of you that are still new to silicone masks, there are a lot of fake advertisements going on as early as August trying to sell you a mask that's using videos and pictures from websites like CFX, Immortal Masks, Evolution Masks as well. If it's anything under $500, you're most likely not going to be receiving anything of this quality. Instead, you will most likely receive a cheap latex knockoff, and of course that's not what you want. I never want any of my viewers to be getting scammed or taken advantage of financially, so if you are unsure of an advertisement or a listing, feel free to message me on Instagram at EddieKills, and I will try to get back to you the soonest I can. So there it is, my favorite mask of all time. It's something I've always wanted to own, and I'm very glad I had the chance to. I also really want to thank you guys for the outstanding support on my YouTube channel so far. I understand it has taken me a bit to get some videos on the channel, but I always try uploading as soon as possible with the highest quality and to the point reviews. We are almost at 300 subscribers. Once we hit 500, there will definitely be an awesome giveaway for that, so make sure to stay tuned and subscribe. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.